Hi, my name is Evan Dosher, and I'm a futurist. I systematically explore predictions and possibilities about how technology and science may affect the future of society and the human experience. This hobby of mine has opened my eyes to how exponential advancement of information technology is radically transforming our world. While my interests vary greatly from space colonization to nanotechnology, my passion is in the area of study called radical human life extension. I believe that humanity is on the precipice of a radical shift in how we treat the symptoms of aging. The scientific and medical community is shifting its view on the idea that aging is in fact a disease that can be treated and reversed. With dozens of startup biotech companies focused on treating aging, this field of research has grown in popularity rapidly over the past decade. It was just this last summer that I had the opportunity to attend the first International Radical Life Extension Conference in San Diego, California. I had been eagerly anticipating attending this historic conference for over half a year, and all of the most prominent biogerontologists would be there, along with heads of industry and fellow futurists. But it was what happened on the way to the conference that would shake my world and change my perceptions on the future. It was Thursday morning, August 4th, 2016, and after a long night of grading exams, I woke and quickly gathered my things to make the drive from Merced to the Oakland airport for my flight to San Diego. My flight was at noon, however I wanted to leave early to avoid traffic and avoid delays. I drove up Highway 99, which runs up the center of the state of California, then proceeded to take the 120. It then merges with Interstate 5, which makes for an absolute nightmare of a merging scenario. But this time, it was nearing 10, and morning traffic was in a steady flow with cars zipping across multiple lanes to make their commute toward the Bay Area. I had just entered the now 6-lane connecting segment from the fast lane of Highway 120, which put me smack in the middle of this 20-foot raised freeway. Not a good place to be in hindsight. When a car in the left lane swerved directly in front of me, before I could think, I had already reacted by swerving right into the lane next to me, but the car was out of control. Frantically, I tried to overcorrect by swerving left, but this only caused me to smack into the bumper of a car in front of me. At this point, I had lost control of the car and was nearly at the point of rolling. In a last moment of impulse, I overcorrected one last time by swerving right, which successfully stabilized the vehicle, with both the front and back tires in alignment. However, to my horror, the vehicle was traveling off the freeway in a diagonal. It was airborne, traveling in a downward trajectory toward the bottom of this 20-foot embankment. In this moment, time slowed down, as my mind tried to catch up to the fact that this was how I was going to die. In the fraction of a second that I soared through the air, I experienced true helplessness and fear, like I've never felt before. But before I could process this fully, I was bracing for impact. 3,200 pounds of steel, plastic, and rubber careened through a barbed wire fence and into the asphalt of the service road. The impact was so loud I temporarily lost my hearing. In the next few moments of silence, I experienced glass like confetti swirling through my plane of vision, and the gut-wrenching vibration of the vehicle as it peeled through the asphalt below. Then it was still. Smoke now brought me to my senses, as it plumed into the cabin of the car and out the shattered windows. I had survived. But now a new fear set in, one just as real and almost as terrifying. Was I injured? Dazed and deafened with a ringing that was pounding through my skull, I proceeded to assess my body. I looked at my hands and my arms still gripping the steering wheel. They were fine. I then looked down at my torso. It was also fine. And my legs and feet below. No sign of injury. Incredulous, and with a feeling of euphoria, I caressed my seated body from toe to head, verifying that I was uninjured. I opened the driver's side door, stepped out of the car, stood up, and looked at the sky. I'd never seen a bluer sky with whiter clouds, nor felt a more gentle breeze upon my face. I was uninjured, I was breathing, and I was alive. You can't get to the future you want without living through the present. And on that day I experienced and felt how tenuous my life is. All my ambitions and excitement for the future can be snuffed out in a moment for no other reason than an accident.